my goodness.
Hello. Our amazing
Hey,
guest,
friend.
Lisa Chanoux, back on the show.
What's
Yeah.
up?
So happy to see you as always, Lisa.
Thanks for having me, y'all.
Yeah, from a fresh hair.
A fresh
Yeah.
hair
Fresh
appointment.
hair.
Lisa walked in looking hot.
Gotta do it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Tuesday. Whoop, whoop.
God, that is the thing I love about having like not normal schedules is just being able to do that kind of shit in the middle of the week.
Yeah, be
It's
hot.
the
On a,
That's like,
hot on a Tuesday.
yeah, I mean, like,
Yeah.
look, yeah, are we scrounging and hustling
Beyond.
and dying all
Yeah.
the time? But we get to get our haircut on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Errands are convenient.
Oh, a Sunday haircut, horrible.
Oh my god.
Packed to the gills.
Yeah.
No
Thank
coffee
you.
left. No coffee left.
Oh my god.
None of the good stuff.
You
No
getting coffee?
TLC. No, you get coffee at yours?
You don't get coffee? Where
I
are you guys
get-
going?
Well, I'm sure Josh would give me coffee if I wanted coffee, but my tradition is I get a Diet Coke.
Okay, a Diet Coke. Yeah, something. I mean, they give you a,
You gotta get a bev.
beverage.
I saw someone, I don't, maybe you've said this, but I saw someone call a Diet Coke a fridge cigarette.
I saw that and I almost
Yeah.
sent it to you.
This is the most test thing.
It's so true.
Perfect.
It's so true.
Yes. How beautiful is that?
Yeah, it's very accurate.
Yeah.
It's so chemically. It's so, it's like tar.
It goes with hair coloring. It's just like every
Yeah.
hole in my head is getting
Oh,
chemicals
yeah.
right now.
Oh yeah, Diet Coke's the best. But I think I went to Coke World in Atlanta, and they like had a criminally underrepresented Diet Coke merch
That is,
section.
It's a bummer.
interesting.
Yeah,
Word.
yeah. The red is the big attraction there. Yeah.
I just was kind of like, this isn't right, and I don't know if it's because it's like cancer causing or whatever.
Whatever.
But like regular Coke
It
isn't
all
good for you
is. Yeah,
either.
it's all bad for
Exactly.
you.
Yeah.
So I was just kind of like, this is so unfair. I just went through this whole museum, and now like I don't.
Yeah,
you don't
we're
even have.
all there for the Coke at the end of the
All you
museum.
have,
Yeah.
all you have is like a Diet Coke pillow. No, they had the you could
merch.
taste it,
Right.
but the merch, like you don't have a Diet Coke like cute baby
No, and
tea.
if they were
No, when you're
smart,
leaving money on the table.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, like, I mean, if you're going to buy merch, if you're a person who likes Coke and you're going to buy merch, you're into Diet Coke. Let's
That's
be
right.
clear.
For
Like,
sure.
That's the person who wants to buy
Yeah.
the stuff.
Well, like I also my favorite beer is the Diet Coke of beers, which is Coors Light,
Right.
and I have had to hold myself back from much Coors Light merchandise because they are rocking it. There's a lot of cute Coors
They
Light
do.
shit.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
they have the hat now
Mm-hmm.
where the Rockies turn blue.
They do.
in the sun. Yeah.
See,
Oh,
I
shit.
want it and I need it. Like
yeah,
they,
yeah.
Is that when it heats up? Is that
I
what
think
it turns?
it's
kind of
one or the
opposite.
other. One or
Opposite.
the other. It like works. I don't know if it works.
If you do
exactly
the ice
the
bucket
way.
challenge, it gets. It,
Oh, that makes sense. That
Yeah.
makes sense. I knew several boys in high school whose whole personality was Coca-Cola, like high test. Their entire
Coca-Cola
entire
regular, red?
yeah, their entire room was just decorated
I
Coca-Cola.
bet they're doing really well.
As
they're aerospace engineers.
yeah.
As someone who's like old enough to be a parent now, I'm like, that's great. They keep doing that. Let's get away from the, Andrew Tates of the world
Yes.
and
That's
the
true.
other things that people can idolize that are like just a little bit ickier. I don't
Yeah,
know. Go
exactly.
ahead, drink your Coke.
It's wholesome.
Yeah, shout out to Tim Delaney.
What's up, Tim?
Aw.
What's up, Tim? Did you, when I've been to that museum too. Have you guys been?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Okay, so we've all been there.
Yeah,
Yes.
it was I think the first place I went when I got to
It's-
Atlanta.
perfect propaganda.
It was right before it was on my way to the airport, so it's just opposite experiences.
Yeah. But when you went, did they do the thing where, because like they're, the government makes them tell everyone how to be healthy before? Did you guys watch the movie beforehand? Because when I went, there was a
think I
movie
did.
before that was all about how exercise is good for you.
Oh,
They made us watch a movie about how exercise is good for you
Adorable.
before
I hate
the
that.
Coke
They're
Museum.
they're not doing that
Fuck.
anymore.
Thank God.
I will say there is a video. I went in October, so I feel like maybe
Ooh,
I'm
yeah,
the
you're the-
most recent.
You
Yeah.
are, yeah.
I will say the guy was like, first of all, I was by myself. I had just done a comedy festival. I loved the festival. If you're watching, thank you for having me. I was having a bad personal time.
Right.
And I was by myself, and I was like, I really want to see the Coke Museum.
Yeah.
Coke World or whatever. And the guy was like, just so you know, like, this is a pretty emotional video. You might cry. And I was like, what? I thought I was here to try different flavors of soda.
Yeah.
And then it was all about like love and friendship and other people. And I was just looking around and I was the only solo person.
Oh,
And it was just like all of the, the moment a baby's born, a soldier coming back from war, all of these things about like how impactful other people are in your life. And I was just like, all right, well, cool. I'm not going to cry alone at the Coke Museum. But,
Oh my
Always
god.
Coca-Cola.
So yeah,
Do you
now
think
it's about
he
friendship.
said that because you were alone?
I think it was for everybody.
Okay.
I don't think it was at me.
Okay.
But I felt it more when I was like looking around and just like, all right, well, it's just me solo.
Was that warning helpful or not, do you think?
I don't think it was that emotional.
Okay.
I think, but I do. I mean, I guess I would say like my mom probably would have cried. So yeah, I guess it's helpful.
Got
Yeah.
it.
I think Coca-Cola is pretty high up there in terms of good emotional advertising.
Oh, they're very
Yes.
manipulative. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. The whole museum is propaganda. It's just,
Yeah.
it's crazy. Yeah.
But I
It's the
don't
most
feel like we're all
American
living in-
thing we have.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But like we are a post Andy Warhol world, so I think that we can appreciate the Coke Museum. They might think it's propaganda, but to us, it's our own kind of propaganda that they don't even know.
Yeah. Playing 3D chess.
Yeah. Like we're anti-capitalist, but we like caffeine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They-
I must steal it when I can.
They brought back like they're doing the thing again with the names on it.
Yes.
on the
Yeah.
Cokes.
Did you guys get your name? Well, Lisa, you probably had.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's out there. My
Mine definitely is
no.
not.
Me
my
neither.
old
No.
roommate used to do this bit where, because my dad's dead, I guess I should say that for the podcast, but he would, if there was one that said dad, he would like turn it. Like if I was near it, he'd be like, "Oh,
Oh
sorry,
my-
hold on," and like adjust it so
I
that
thought
I
he was-
couldn't see
I thought he
that
was
it said
turning
dad.
so you could see it.
No, he'd be like, "Oh no, sorry," and like, but
Aw.
the dad one comes up all the time, especially this time of year
Yeah.
around
Yeah.
Father's Day, and he'd
Right.
be like, "Oh no, sorry," and I'm like, "Dude,
You're like, I know that fathers exist. I know the word dad is out there.
Yeah.
It was funny. It was just a joke.
Yeah. Could you tell my algorithm that you're doing this?
Yeah,
that
yeah.
would be
Yeah.
more helpful,
Yes,
actually.
yes,
Yeah.
that would be good.
Yeah, those are all. I feel like any of the things where it's like the personalized names, it's just gonna make people feel excluded because they're not gonna have your spelling.
Well, and I also had the opposite thing where I was going to buy one the other day and it said the name of an ex-boyfriend. And I was like, well, I'm not buying that.
Yeah.
No.
No.
Fuck your mini license plate. Fuck your keychain. Fuck your mug.
Yeah.
I hate all these things.
Yeah.
I felt excluded my entire life.
Personalized grain of rice or nothing.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. I want to see you write it myself.
I think they should go towards, slut and those kind of things.
Yeah.
Fatty. I would buy a fatty, a Coke that said fatty on it. I would buy that in a second.
Yeah. A
Yeah.
Diet Coke that said dumb hoe. Yeah.
100%. 100%.
Now that's leaving money on the table.
That is, holy shit. This is genius.
Coca-Cola, I know you're listening.
Yeah. I wanted to say, I was thinking about this on the way over here. So Brandy's about to go to Warped Tour where Avril Lavigne will be.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, have you guys ever seen like the discourse about the lyrics in Skater Boy?
Refresh me.
No. Yeah,
So
let me
basically,
know.
it's kind of like, she's talking about how like she liked him and he
Yeah.
whatever, blah blah, and then the girl was too cool for him, and then it's like 5 years later, she sits at home, she's feeding the baby, she turns on the TV, and it's Skater Boy on TV rocking out, and then she finds out he has a concert in their town the next day. She calls her friends, and they're like, "Yeah, we already know, and we have tickets."
Yeah.
and it's like, wait, what? Her
Wow.
friends
It's bad friends.
didn't tell her that
Wow.
her
Yeah.
ex had a concert.
And they're going.
Yeah, and they're going, and then it says she tags
Yikes.
along, so it's like, okay, she gets a
Yeah,
ticket
yeah.
somehow, and then she
Must not have
goes-
been sold out.
No, I guess not, but just somebody. I remember seeing somebody be like, "Damn, like your friends suck."
Yeah.
Yeah. I also feel like maybe this isn't a real, obviously it's a song and it's not like the real world we're living in, but
Yes.
in most adult relationships, like you would just hit the person up and be like, "Hey, can I have tickets?" Like,
Oh, do you think?
I
I don't
don't-
think somebody who had a crush on you, who you were a dick to, you would be like, "Can I have tickets?"
Yeah.
I don't
Actually,
know.
I would.
I don't think. I don't. If like a random person from high school hit you up for like comp tickets, you'd be like, sure. If
Yeah,
you're
that's true.
if you're not, I guess if you're not like sold out and have a huge ego, I don't know.
Right.
Yeah. To me, it's like how far has Skater Boy grown
Right.
to be like, yeah, okay, that's fine. We were children when that happened.
Yeah.
You know, to me,
Yeah.
that's what you hope.
I guess
How
I
has
guess
he handled fame?
Yeah, has he become a skater man?
Yeah. Well, he's a BOI, right? So
Yeah.
probably not.
I guess
Yeah.
my question is like, did she not know at all that he was famous yet, or maybe she just didn't know about the concert?
She probably did, but she probably wanted to like, you know, oh, I'm
She
like
just wanted
I'm
to-
feeding my baby. My
I
life
like that
didn't
storyline.
turn out the same. Are you a single mother? Where's your?
I'm just saying,
what's
I have
going
a
on
gritty.
here?
I am making a TV gritty show reboot of Skater Bois.
Oh, I like this.
I think
Breaking Bad style.
this song is more about the culture, right? Where it's like you didn't like him because he was a skater, and it's like that's probably a good thing, though, right?
Yeah.
Like guys on skateboards notoriously not the coolest.
hot.
To women, not like in relationships. I'm not saying like
I
they're
don't
not
feel like
good looking or whatever.
skater guys have that bad of a rap with women, do they?
Men
I
on
mean,
a
not
skateboard?
any more than men
a
in
boy
general.
with a skateboard. I think it's like chaotic negative, but not all the way. Like it's not evil.
Yeah.
It's like I think it's a rite of passage. I think every straight girl has at least one skater boy that you have at least a crush on,
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
and
Or you want to be.
or
which
you
was-
want to be.
I think Jackass did a lot for them.
Jackass did a lot for them.
Yeah,
like
that's what I'm
before
thinking
that,
of.
like
Yeah.
skate videos and also skate
Yeah.
parks. Like if you're a young dumb hoe, the skate park is a siren song.
That's true. That's true.
But I do feel like every time your like friend is dating some guy that like rides a skateboard, it's like, come on, girl. We all know
Yeah.
where this is gonna end up,
Yeah.
and like I'm not really gonna feel that bad for you.
No, you're not going to feel
Yes.
it one bit bad, and it's never going to end up good. And it's hilarious.
I'll throw out Ty from Clueless. Worked out well for her with her skater boy.
That is who I think of.
That's who I think
Yeah.
of the
Yeah.
most.
Not a real
Yeah.
person again, but
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
He was nice.
But I do
Yeah.
think
he
I
was
don't know,
more
to
of a
me-
stoner.
To
I
me,
guess they
skater
all are.
boys
Yeah,
in
yeah.
general aren't I don't think they're chaotic neutral. I don't think they're bringing negative energy. They might not be a
agree.
partner you want to be with a long term or
Right.
something.
That's what I mean.
That's what I think
yeah,
it is.
I think it's
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
This is a notorious like. Come on.
It's a stop on the road trip of
Yeah.
life. It's a hitch when you're giddy up. It's like, it's not going to fuck you up, and it's probably not even going to traumatize you, but it's also not going with you very far because he only has a skateboard.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I wanted to skate so bad in high school. Oh my god! Like, because I just thought everyone was so cool who did it. I bought
Yeah.
one and I couldn't do it.
Skateboards are scary. They freak me out.
I learned
I
in
could
my
rollerblade,
30s.
but yeah, you longboard. You still have your longboard, right?
Yeah. I loved it.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not a pavement sports person. That's not really my vibe.
I think it was more about
Yeah.
like how cool it looked than
Of
actually
course.
the act of getting on the skateboard.
The fashion
Yeah.
of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you have the baggy pants? Did you guys do the Jinkos?
I
or
don't think
anything
I
like that?
did. Maybe one pair or something.
I had some looks
Yeah.
for
You got
sure.
a hemp necklace made by a skater boy usually.
I've definitely got a
yes.
hemp necklace. I've definitely got a puka.
Yeah.
You know,
What was that?
Studded
dough?
belt?
Oh yeah.
Fimo.
Yeah, I think so.
You
With
know what I'm
like the
talking
intricate
about?
designs in
No.
it.
Yeah, it looked like stained glass almost, but in a clay bead.
whoa.
Oh
Yeah.
yes. Oh
Yeah,
my
yeah,
god. Jesus Christ.
Skater Boy
You're unlocking
special.
something.
Oh man.
Yeah, they were also jewelers. No one talks about this.
Yeah.
No one talks about.
The
They had other
creativity.
yeah, they had other hobbies.
Wallet chains. And like RE skate shoes, as someone who learned how to skate in my 30s, those are not for show.
No.
That's your breaks.
No, you do need them for
Yeah.
that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alternatively,
Yeah.
don't wear them in marching band because it will ruin your legs. I know that from personal experience.
Yeah.
makes
That's
so
a
much
very
sense.
important part of growing up. I feel is
Yeah.
getting rid of uncomfortable uncomfortable footwear where you're like, oh,
Totally.
no, I'm not. I'm doing substance over style.
Did you guys ever have soaps?
soaps?
Soap?
You were soaps?
shoes?
Yeah.
think so.
Soaps were skate shoes that in the middle had like a little plastic piece so you could slide down rails and shit.
Oh, that's like real technical.
It was for freestyle walking. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, that's cooler than anything I got.
Yeah.
I got nothing on that.
And you put like surfer wax on the bottom of them and you go real fast on the bars and shit. Yeah.
Did you do that?
Yeah. Me and my friends all had soaps.
Badass.
And we'd like walk around in the neighborhood at night, you know, and we go to like towards our Salvation Army dumpster, you
Oh
know.
my god! Wait.
Yeah.
Speaking of
That was our
just
hang.
ruffians, yeah, have you seen these these signs around here that are like, if you're gonna hang after 10, think again?
No.
The first time
Hell
I've ever
yeah.
seen this.
God, Pasadena.
I know that's
It said-
very.
that was what it
Pasadena.
said. It was like a traffic sign, but it said, gonna hang after
Oh.
10, think again. If you're 10 or younger
Oh.
and you're hanging out after a certain time, like you're you're in trouble.
Well, yeah.
10-year-olds shouldn't be out. What are we doing?
It's not your fault.
So many up and downs in this warning.
Me
Also,
too.
how about in trouble by the parents, not the state?
I don't
It's
know,
also
man.
so funny thinking
Yeah.
literally anyone's reading that sign and doing anything.
Yeah,
about it.
wait, I'm confused. Is it that 10-year-olds can't be out after 10?
I know. I was confused too because
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be like
That's a
you're
weird
not supposed to be out
problem.
after 10. Well, that's a weird curfew though for anybody.
Yeah.
no matter what.
And
yeah.
this is like the bump in nightlife area.
right. No, it was something like 10-year-olds like not being allowed to be out.
What's going on with the 10-year-olds?
Hey, I'm for this.
Yeah.
I think they should be home. I don't think they should be out while
I guess
I'm partying,
so, but
taking
it's like,
shots.
why are they out
I
there?
agree.
10 is a little young for that, but I do think that the tween the wayward wanderer is very important. Maybe not in
Yeah.
Pasadena, but like in the suburbs, it was like a very big deal to like just wander with friends. I feel like.
Yeah.
I don't know if that. I'll have to ask people who have kids, but I don't know if that's still a thing.
No, I don't think
Probably
people throw
not.
their children out in the streets anymore, and it's a shame.
Or like phoneless also.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
that's a
Yeah.
big thing, right? There's
Yeah.
no.
We were just phoneless in the wild.
Well,
Yeah.
that's why we had to find things to do.
Mhm.
Hence,
Yeah.
hanging after 10 and such.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, what we did was shopping carts alone. Very innovative.
We'd sit in a circle in the road, and then when a car came, we'd all scatter. But that was
Okay.
that was real
That's
fun.
a fun game.
Yeah, like oh, get up fast or get hit by the car.
We used to make the payphone ring
Ooh, that's good.
and watch and see if someone would pick it up.
That's a
and
fun one.
That's a good one.
You dial its own
Yeah.
number, right?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We used to, whenever I was at my guy friends, we'd strip one of them down to their boxers and throw them in a trunk, and then tie them up with a tie or something. And
Oh.
then we'd open we'd accidentally open the trunk in front of a restaurant window, and he'd get out and bang on the window glass,
Oh
and
my
then we'd
God.
shove him back in the trunk and drive away. But it was like 15-year-olds
Yeah, of
doing
course.
it.
Yeah. No,
So
this
just
is the kind of
children.
hijinks.
Yeah, yeah,
Right.
yeah.
It's good for you.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
good for you to do
Yes.
things like that.
Okay, sorry. Let me say I found what it was. I was
Okay.
incorrect about the 10-year-old.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right. So what's really going on?
Hang out after 10, think again.
Mm-hmm.
If you are under 17 and loitering after 10 p.m.,
Okay.
you may be violating Pasadena ordinance.
17 is very different from 10.
Sorry.
Loitering is also different from hanging around. I
Yeah,
think.
yeah.
I don't know.
I think
what
it's
the
literally
difference is,
hanging around.
Yeah.
But like, I think it's different if you're like standing outside of anthropology for an hour versus
Yeah.
walking around.
You mean if you're
and-
hired to be one of the...
Yeah.
The ambassadors to anthropology.
Yeah. No,
Like
I mean,
if you're standing on the corner and like smoking weed or whatever and like getting caught by a cop, that is probably different than, you know, a group of kids walking somewhere. It's probably
know,
not
but
getting
also-
stopped for stuff.
Like,
again, it's
what
just
are they
still...
supposed to do? They don't have any money and they have no lives. They're boring people. Let them hang out on the sidewalk.
Well, there's no third spaces for them either, right?
There's
you
no
know,
third
it's like we have
spaces.
like roller rinks and ice rinks and like bowling out. They're all very expensive now to
Your
get
third
into.
space
Yeah.
is your phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I think let the teens loiter.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I think they can loiter in their own neighborhoods. I don't think they need to be at where adults are drinking and stuff. This is for
Yeah.
their safety. I'm not like, ew, 17-year-olds are around. I'm just like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm scared of creepy people outside. I don't need, you know. I
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah.
Well, to that end, yeah.
I'm scared of teens. I was eating at Wendy's recently, and there were a bunch of teens. You know, just scared of them. And
Their
like,
energy,
teens are always
their
scary.
energy is intense,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
you're
Yeah,
like, what's and I just feel like they're judging me or whatever.
Yeah.
One of them said, "I'm gonna eat outside because I'm nonchalant,"
Teens are
See?
cute.
and
Always
I was
will,
like, "Is this a word? Is this a thing going around?"
It's
I'm
nonchalant.
gonna eat outside 'cause
Man.
I'm nonchalant. Yeah,
See,
there's
yeah.
one of the best places in Camarillo is our donut store, Rolling Pin, and it's also like the only place teenagers can hang because it's open all night. So it's like the only place you can hang out when you're a teenager. And the best donuts are from like when they make them at night. So I was leaving my mom's house once, and there was a woman like my age also waiting in line, and then a mob of teens just kept accumulating in front of us. And the woman my age turned around, and she was like, "I don't know what to do. Like, more people keep coming, and like they just keep having friends coming." And I was like, "Oh no, you got to cut in front of these kids." And I was like,
Yeah,
this is
yeah.
their plan all night. And she was like deferring to the teens. And I was like, oh
No,
no.
no.
And I just cut right in front of them. And I was like,
Yeah.
come with me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how long have you been standing here? And she was like 45 minutes.
Oh
and I was
my
like,
god.
no, you
No, no,
can't
no.
be afraid of the teens.
No, because here's the thing that we need to remember. We're actually invisible to teens. So we need to
That's
act
true.
like ghosts around them.
I have
yeah.
no interest in whatever they're up to. I
Yeah.
get content that's like Gen Alpha's doing this, and I'm like, that sounds good. They'll probably not be a world left by the time they're my age, so I don't really care what's happening.
Yeah.
Best of luck with your trends. I just am like, okay, yeah, I don't know, I'm 300. Sorry.
Yeah.
But I think that the line thing made me think of, I recently was at I don't know if I should say the name of the place, a very trendy pinball bar in
Okay, got
in
you.
LA, and I had to use the bathroom, and I wasn't drinking, so I'm cranky, and I'm like waiting for I'm the old lady not drinking at the bar, waiting for the bathroom, and the girl in front of me, her boyfriend came and got in line with her right before the bathroom opened, and I was like, this is what guys feel like when
bathroom.
This is what guys feel like when the girl comes at the grocery store with like 8 more items or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, hey, like, and then they like went in the bathroom together. I'm like, that's worse, by the way.
That's weird.
Yeah.
You're not
Yeah.
like making it go faster.
No.
I don't like that.
I was just
No.
like, this is not how we do it.
No, there's no couples privileges for bathroom lines. Like, it's each man and woman to themselves.
Yeah, it's
For
like,
sure.
let me just like piss in a cute way in front of you. Like, what is happening? No.
No, it's also just like, he just
No one
wanted to
wants it.
cut in line. Like,
Yeah.
just be honest about what you're doing. You don't need to like go in the bathroom together as a show of,
Yeah.
oh,
No.
we're one person.
Show
Like,
solidarity.
no.
If
Yeah.
anything, we know
No.
you're gunking up the works with your possible conversation, your
Uh-huh.
dilly-dallying. I mean, I've said it before. Strangers have complimented me on how fast I pee.
Same.
Whoa, not me. And as I get older,
In and
I'm
out.
like, oh yeah, other people take forever in here. I will chill. I do not care. I do not care. I like recently on a plane was like, oh yeah, like I am just gonna sit in here for a while because there's no one else around.
Oh my god.
And like, old ladies take forever. I'm old. Leave me alone. I don't know.
Hold that space.
Yeah,
that's
no one's
fair.
knocking. It's not like that long.
No.
Take a beat, man.
But I just don't want to be in there.
That's
I
No
wanna
one
get the fuck
does,
out of
but
there.
like I also don't want to be in my seat on the plane. So
Yeah.
As,
Well,
and
I
if
will
it
learn-
smells or something, I'm
Yeah.
not like let's linger. But-
I just saw some like psychopath on TikTok at a fucking airport screaming at everybody because there was an all gender at the airport.
Yeah.
Psycho, and all the comments were like, "Do you realize you're about to use an all gender bathroom on the plane? Like,
Yeah.
do you realize
That's
that's just
what it is.
a thing that exists?"
not
oh,
that
I had to
serious.
explain to my uncle that his house has an all gender
I
bathroom.
was gonna say, when you go to any home, it's an all-gender
Yeah.
bathroom.
That's what it is. Imagine if it wasn't.
Yeah.
Be like, women, third
Yeah,
floor.
like we don't have time, we don't
Yeah.
have space for this.
I wish I had that kind of money.
I know.
Definitely have an all-women bathroom. No, a plane. I will stretch in the fucking aisles.
Yeah.
I will walk, pace, stretch.
Oh yeah,
Mm,
Sean makes fun of me. I'll do full yoga.
I'm not a tall, so I don't. I'm just sit.
yeah. I try to stretch it out.
I won't
before
be
get
getting
on.
up where people can see me. That's for sure. I'm like in plane mode. Full.
This is what I do.
Oh yeah, Brandy's
This
like
is-
Brandy
Yes.
cocoons.
Not-
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm
Full cocoon. Don't touch to me. I'm against a window, like shoved in the corner.
Have you
Yeah.
done like a demo of your cocoon on Instagram?
Oh,
I think
that's a
people
good
would
idea.
like
I
it.
should.
Actually.
That's a good idea.
How to
Great
cocoon.
idea.
That's a good idea.
Cocoon.
Cut
Your
it in
cocoon is
here.
good.
Cocoon
Yeah.
with
Yeah,
me.
yeah. We'll see if I can get it done before. Yeah. Well, because I got my pillow has 2 straps on it that if the seat has the 2 wings on the side, it can hook onto that, and then
Oh,
it
nice.
holds your neck in place like
that's
you're in
nice.
traction. It's
That's the key
awesome.
to actually sleeping on
Yeah.
the plane is the neck. It's
Yes.
like I have
Yes.
that one, that turtle one that like wraps around. You kind of like rest your, because all the other pillows they don't do shit.
it's
No.
really hard to get a right pillow.
The only one that works for me, yeah, is like a neck brace.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's
like,
you're just kind of like wrapping your neck
Yeah.
around and then it like rests on
Yeah.
top of
You,
the
guys,
little
you
thing
guys are
inside of it.
unbelievable.
What do you do?
I'm like a child on an airplane. I need my little snacks, my water bottle.
I need all that.
And then I just take my sweater off and roll it up.
That's
and use it as a pillow.
That's right. I don't bring it really that
I
much
can't.
anymore.
I can't have like that much stuff. I
Yeah.
like can't keep track of a pillow.
Well, like the normal airplane pillows are gigantic too. They take
Oh,
up so
yeah,
much
yeah.
room, and you're like, who the fuck wants to carry this around with them?
I already have too much
Roll it
stuff
down deep.
that I didn't need to bring.
I've tried to
Horrible.
I'm so pissed about fucking Southwest getting rid of
Dude,
Devastating.
free.
a betrayal.
It's so
At Southwest Airlines, we
Yeah.
see you.
Southwest.
We know what you're up to.
We were rooting for you.
I wasn't. I hated you all
all
along. I still flew you all the time because you're the only one that goes to my dumb hometown. But
But they got rid of that, and then like with the basic fare, the best thing too is that you could change your flights all the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
you
It's
also have
great.
to upgrade for that.
sucks.
Motherfuckers.
And I mean, I stumped for this company. I would be
Oh,
like,
same.
people that weren't drinking the Southwest Kool-Aid, I've converted you,
Yeah.
and I'm sorry. I was wrong.
It's
I
really
don't mess around. They have done me dirty so many times.
Really?
So many times where I'm
Interesting.
just like, I don't fuck with you guys anymore. I'll do whatever if I have to take your flight, but I'm not gonna have a good attitude. And please stop singing. Please. I'll do
Yeah.
anything if you get your flight attendants to stop.
See, I like
You like it.
uh-huh.
Mhm.
I don't like the flight attendant
I
stuff
don't need
either.
it.
I'm not.
I don't need it. I feel like I have to pay attention in a way that's like, this is too much to ask of a person that paid to be here.
No, you just got to put open mic face on.
Did you guys see the
Cocoon it
video
up,
of the
disappear,
the parents who let
give 'em
their
nothing.
kids sing Frozen into the
Oh,
snow?
this is a fucking nightmare. That I don't like.
I would.
It went on
go
for
insane.
movie?
No, she just sang the song,
But
whatever.
the
I would like
whole,
that.
The whole song.
No.
It
Was the kid good?
no.
Oh,
she
then I
wasn't
would've
bad.
liked
She
it.
wasn't bad.
Fine.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just a lot.
It was a
Not
lot.
that I wouldn't have been that kid. Probably. I'm shocked I didn't do that at
Yeah.
one point.
Yeah.
I'll watch Shark Tank on a plane. I'll watch 5 minutes of a live musical act.
Here's another Southwest hack. If you have a flight that you've purchased that has a connecting flight and you upgrade, it is only for the first leg, and they
Oh,
will
yeah.
do nothing to help you. They will do absolutely nothing to help you.
Damn.
Okay, I'm going to tell you guys something.
Hmm.
There's a secret Southwest customer service number that when you get to a certain level, you get access to.
Oh. I love that. I love that.
Are we going to text us this after the show? Okay.
I'm into that. That's like the version of like the Delta lounge.
Yeah, I like the behind glass.
Yeah. I don't have this number, only my husband does.
Yeah.
The difference between flying alone and flying with Sean is hilarious. Like, Sean starts thinking about our Southwest flight months ahead of time. Like, we are checked in on the dot. But we don't even have to check in anymore because he's like gamed our points so where we're like A-list premier.
Right.
But I'm only like that because I'm tagging along with his ass. Like, I just zip through everything, like, boop, boop, boop. And then when I'm by myself, I don't check it. C45,
Yeah. Yeah.
middle seat.
When you're by yourself, it doesn't matter.
And that's
Yeah.
how I feel. And
It doesn't
it stresses
matter.
Sean out. He's like, "Did you check in for your flight?" I'm like, "I don't care.
Yeah.
It's an hour
Doesn't
flight.
matter.
I'm gonna sit in the middle.
Yeah.
I don't care."
Yeah. It's totally fine.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree.
I care. I won't sit in the middle. Fuck that. I haven't sat in the middle in so long. I'm not doing it.
Yeah, you're very anti-middle.
Yeah. Not happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, look, obviously it's not my preferred. I'm going hard for it now, but I know it's the suckiest.
I
one.
don't care.
I mean, I'll do it
If
if
you're
I
on
would do it if I
Southwest-
had to, but I'm just not. I
The
haven't had
seatbelt's
to.
already not even big enough for me on Southwest. Like, it doesn't matter what seat I'm in.
You're like, I don't give a fuck.
I
I'm
do
just,
not care.
We're all just shuttling through the air.
I do
Yeah.
find it to be the more comfortable plane of like most of the other
What?
planes.
Yeah, I
out,
agree.
out of like
No.
no, I feel like it's bigger than
No.
I
like
have no
Spirit
idea.
or American or any of the
I've never
other
flown
ones.
Spirit.
I don't do
Oh.
Spirit.
Well,
I-
I don't recommend it.
I am
I like
considering it
American.
for Vegas because it's such a short flight.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Vegas
fine.
is
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Vegas,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
could like go on a
Yeah.
jetpack if you needed to.
Yeah,
like
it's fine.
whatever.
Yeah.
We are
Yeah.
speaking of guys. It's coming up. I'm Vegas.
Oh my
Backstreet
God,
Boys
I'm
at the
so
Spheres.
excited for
Oh
you.
yeah.
I gotta find my all white look.
Yeah.
Get
Yeah.
ready.
Have
Hell
you been
yeah.
shopping at all?
No, I gotta confer with the girls I'm going with and be like, are you guys actually doing this or what? Like, is
Yeah.
this happening?
You just don't want to look like a cult leader.
Yeah. I just want to know if we're all in or not.
I mean,
you know?
I will say from Beyonce, like, you would have felt silly if you didn't get
No,
the
it's fun
theme.
to go with
like
the theme,
everyone does
for
the
sure,
theme.
for
Yeah,
sure.
like
But I feel like the cultural pull of a Beyonce versus the cultural pull of a Backstreet Boy Maybe I'm
You
wrong.
don't
Yeah.
know.
I also
But I don't know.
think
It's gonna be a lot of divorce parties.
That's true.
like white and silver makeup though. You don't have to like do 100 if your
No.
group
I'm
isn't.
not gonna.
you
I'm not
know?
gonna spend a bunch of money. Like,
Yeah.
look,
Yeah,
it's already.
yeah, yeah.
I'm already
Yeah, yeah.
spending too much in Vegas.
It's one of the elements is silver.
Oh, I know, but it should. I
Wow.
mean, might as well be.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you guys noticed this trend? I've been seeing it on the girlies where they're putting tinsel in your hair.
Yes.
I've
Yeah.
seen that. I like that.
Yeah.
That might be fun
That-
to
ooh,
do.
I like that,
You
actually.
could
That'd
do
be
like
cool.
whiter, silver like
Yeah.
accents.
Cute.
That's a good idea. I should do that.
Report back how many wedding dresses there are.
Yeah.
That's what I look forward to hearing.
I mean,
about.
look, if AJ tries to marry a bunch of us at once, I'll do it. I'll be in his harem.
I know.
Sorry, Adam, I'm out.
Shook. Shook.
By the AJ of it?
You know I've been to his house, right?
Wait, what?
He doesn't live there anymore. But
Wait. Oh wait, you went to his house after he had lived there. Okay.
Oh, okay.
yeah, but
Got it,
it's
got
the
it.
one from Cribs.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
Yeah,
And you're
bro.
sure it's AJ, right? Because everyone always gets them confused with the other guys.
AJ.
Chris Kirkpatrick?
Yeah. Or just like no one ever knows.
Yeah.
No,
who
it
he's
was
talking about.
AJ.
What can you
Damn.
share what you were doing there?
Yeah, I don't know. I think a lot of the people involved are canceled, but let's see how I can.
Oh my god.
Let's see how I can
Do it like a
get
blind
around-
item. Let's get a
How I
blind.
can get around getting
Chanoux
myself
moi.
canceled.
Oh my god, if you started a blog called Chanoux Moi, I would...
Honestly?
Comedy blind item.
Yeah, comedy.
you kind of already do that.
There's
you're
so
already
many.
doing that.
Yeah.
There's so
Alright.
many. I was hired to play a Backstreet Boy for a party for an artist. And
To play a Backstreet Boy?
it was like 5 female comedians doing
I
the
see.
Backstreet
Okay.
Boys. And some of us knew each other and some of us didn't. We all didn't know what like level of performance we were supposed to put on, and it paid decent. It was kind of I don't think they really knew what they wanted either. I think the person that hired me for this will see this. So yeah, they wanted us to do stand up as the Backstreet Boys. I don't know why.
Wait, so did you do any like choreographed things? Or you just
We
supposed to do
didn't.
stand-up?
We didn't all like know each other, so
Yeah.
that, I think that was the thing. Some of us knew each other and some of us
So
didn't.
who were you playing?
Yeah, which
I
boy?
was Howie.
Okay.
Okay.
Which I
Did
don't
that
know.
feel right?
Like were you in
No,
drag?
she's not a Howie.
I mean, I wouldn't say we were in drag, but we were dressed up.
Okay.
We weren't taping down, but we definitely like drew on beards and
yeah,
stuff.
you got to do that.
And they also wanted us to like, I don't know what you call it, like do scene work like throughout the party, like stay in character or whatever.
Insane.
Doing improv everywhere as a Backstreet Boy at some party at AJ's old house.
Yeah, it was fun, and we got to like enjoy the party, which was really nice. As dressed as Backstreet Boys, it was weird. I mean, there were weird moments. It was a lot of wealthy people, a lot of artists, and a lot of people who are doing art as wealthy people, if that makes sense. The kind of people who are like, yeah, the art I do is super important, and you're like, no, it isn't.
This is amazing.
Was this like because I can see being like, oh, I'm gonna like do this for my friend's birthday or something as a joke. Was that the vibe, or was it just
It was
an
an art release, I think.
Oh, okay.
But it was like a party. It wasn't just, I don't know. I don't really know why we did it. But also, it was interesting to like talk to men where they know you're a woman dressed as a man, and you're like, are you hitting on me because I'm dressed like Howie?
Right.
Or despite of that I'm dressed like Howie? Like those kind of questions are always interesting, and so it did make me have a appreciation for what drag performers do and stuff and the way people talk to them. But it definitely wasn't anything. We didn't do a number or anything like that.
wild.
Yeah, I don't know.
What a great,
I know.
like, I love it.
I love
Sure.
LA. Like
Yeah.
I love
Yeah,
that that's just part of something that you did.
I wish I could send you a picture, but I think the only one we have together is like with a canceled celebrity in it.
Well, we
Wait,
can
if
see.
we
it.
edit-
We
look
can
at it.
Oh, I'll
personally
send it
see
to
it.
you.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
We can personally
just
see it.
trust us when we say it's good.
Yeah.
I can't wait to hear who the canceled celebrity is.
I know.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
I
very
could
exciting.
say I don't
Say
think
it and
it's
we can
Army
edit it.
Hammer. I don't think it's
Oh,
like
okay.
that.
Oh.
Wait, Wait, Army Hammer was one of the Backstreet Boys?
He was at the
he was-
party.
oh, okay.
Wow, that adds
Yeah.
an interesting element.
Right. Yeah. So it
Okay,
is.
that
Okay.
does
So now does it make more
interesting.
sense when I say like rich people
wild.
doing
Yes,
art and
yes,
stuff?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
he was
yeah,
pretty.
yeah.
He was
It wasn't
pretty
his
up there.
family. I also, and it was way before we did
Yeah.
not know.
Yeah, of course.
We did
Yeah.
not know. He did
Yeah.
cook for us, which is interesting.
Is he
yeah, I
licking
don't
his
know.
lips the whole time?
I don't know. It was. The meal was excellent. Thank you. I don't know them. Please don't contact me. I don't know these people.
I think you're safe. I think
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
in the clear.
I
here.
was hired to do a job. I
Yeah.
did my
Yeah.
job, and
Yeah.
I did not know about any of this stuff.
I believe you.
I didn't hear. I didn't know.
No, you're great. I totally get it. Yeah.
Oh.
Was it his house?
No, it was. I think they rented it.
Okay.
But it was AJ's house, but he wasn't there anymore, and that's why they wanted the Backstreet Boys. I
Right,
think.
right. They're like, we need to.
They're like,
we
this
need
is
to soak up
hilarious.
the essence.
Let's
of
have a
this
bunch
house.
of women
That
dress up
sounds
as the Backstreet Boys.
Like something that they would think was funny. That does
Right.
sound like, yes,
Yeah.
that it's all.
it might have been funny. I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't watch it.
It
You know,
sounds like
I was
something we
part
would
of it.
do.
Yeah.
It does sound like I know all this is like totally something we would do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really support entertainment intermixed at a party.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It
I like
paid
that.
well. I just, you know,
Yeah.
it's all the
Yeah.
things where you're like,
Get paid.
hey,
Of
they
course,
weren't
why would-
like treating us bad or they fed us and everything. It is just weird.
Wow.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I love the weird gigs like though that we end up doing.
Yeah.
What did you do? You played like you played Brody Jenner's.
Oh, that was
Cousin
on
or
a TV
something?
show though.
Oh, on TV,
and I
yeah,
got
yeah.
cut. That's for Bromance. I was Brody Jenner's cousin from the East Coast,
I love this.
who was just like, because Bromance was a show that was like him trying to get a new member of his entourage. So it was just a bunch of guys fighting over his friendship.
God, we need that show again. That's
I
great.
know.
That's a good idea.
Yeah,
And I
but
feel like Brody might be the only decent one.
he
Wild
probably-
theory.
Okay.
I don't
Notice
I
he's
can't
the only
speak.
one that has stayed. At least
Yeah.
he's the quietest one.
Okay.
I have no.
Yeah.
I have zero. I don't even barely know who he is.
I met him and he was fine.
See,
He was just like, yeah, cool. And it was funny because like, so I was his cousin and it was at this like lingerie party, but I was just like wearing a t-shirt and jeans. So they were like, let's see how they interact with you versus the lingerie models. And I was like, hey, what's up? I'm Brody's cousin. Hey, to everybody. It was so stupid. And then it was like a bit that I was doing the whole night, but then the show was not funny. So I was like, well, they cut the whole bit out because it was like, why was
Why
there
did we do
Yeah.
this?
comedy happening? But
this feels very aughts reality.
yeah, but I felt bad because there was like a couple of the lingerie girls that I was like talking to, and like one of them had just moved to LA like a few months recently. She was from, I was saying that I was from Maryland because I actually am, and she's like, I'm from there. I haven't met anybody out here. Everyone I've met has been really awful. It's actually like she started like trauma dumping on how bad LA had been to her, and I was like, I'm so sorry. She's like,
lying about who I am.
yeah, everyone has been so fake out here, and I was like,
you're on a reality TV taping. It's birth by fire here.
yeah,
I
I know. She like asked for my number at the end, and I was like,
No, honey, go take an acting class in
no,
NoHo.
I can't. I legally can't tell you that I have been lying to you all night. And then I got cut from the show, so she'll never know.
She listens to the pod.
Yeah,
She's our biggest fan.
We're sorry.
I hope so. I'm still sorry about it. Yeah, but I remember like meeting him and being like, he's like, oh, cool. Yeah, we all have TCB tattoos. You know, my mom and Elvis. And I was like, cool, awesome. That's what I should know about the family. Thank you for the info.
Wait, all of the Kardashian Jenners have TCB tattoos?
The Jenners do.
Only the Jenners.
Only the Jenners, according to him. But also, he said we, and I didn't inquire to see what that meant. It might just be him and his mom and anybody in that direct.
So that direct lineage is
I don't know.
Chris, Brody, Kylie, and Kendall.
Sorry.
Wait, so Chris
Can we-
dated
Can we
Elvis?
back up?
Wait,
Yeah,
what?
what?
What's TCB?
I don't know.
Do I
Taking
sound
care
so
of
Oh,
business.
taking care of business.
It was
Oh.
Elvis.
Elvis.
It's actually a really cool. I've thought
Yeah,
about
yeah.
getting it tattooed.
Yeah,
It's a
same.
really. I have it on my car. It's
Mhm.
it's a really cool looking logo. Like it says "taking care of business" and then there's a lightning rod through it.
Used to be
Okay.
And
Yeah.
it was like on his plane. And
like 70s Elvis.
Wait. But
Yeah.
what's the relation to?
Yeah, I don't know
the
what-
Jenners. Do we know?
Brody's mom or somebody dated Elvis.
Chris Jenner.
Is it
I mean,
Linda?
it can't be Chris. It would have to be.
Talk
her
about
mom or
Skater
something.
Boy. You're getting a tattoo?
Yeah. Whole family got that tattoo.
The whole family?
And
Yeah.
it's like, and then I see him on TV shaking his hips.
Wait, no. I have it. This is weird.
Psychic moment.
It just came to me.
We're getting our That's So Raven about.
You guys are not going to expect what I'm about to
Okay.
say.
All right.
I'm ready.
When Kris Jenner was married to Robert Kardashian, she fell madly in love with him. And by the way, he introduced her to like everything, whatever. She's a flight attendant. They broke up. Robert Kardashian started dating Priscilla Presley. And Kris Jenner stole him back from Priscilla Presley.
Oh, so that's why they have taken care of Christmas.
Talk about a Skater Boy situation.
Yeah.
Wait, so that's even funnier to have a TCB tattoo because it's like, yeah, bitch, I took care of
I
business.
did
Exactly.
take care of business.
Exactly. Like when it all came to
Wow.
me, I was like, wait.
Wow.
Wait, I'm still not there. Because why don't the Kim and Khloe and them have it? Why is it just the
The
Jenners?
Jenners. I don't know why it would just be the Jenner. Well, yeah, I don't know why it would just be the Jenners.
Was Caitlyn married before?
Caitlyn is after Robert. Robert's the first hubs.
Okay.
Oh yeah, so it would be
But-
the Kardashians, not.
Right.
Well, no, but the Kardashians and the Jenners are
see
both
here.
mothered by Kris. So Kris is the lineage of the Kardashians and the Jenners.
Okay.
So all of those children, their mom,
But not
took Elvis's
Brody
girl.
and... Right?
Was Brody before?
Brody is mothered by Kris.
Mm-mm.
He's not.
Rob?
I'm getting Brody and Rob mixed up.
No, yeah, Brody and they have a brother, right?
Oh.
I don't
I'm
look at
pretty
me.
sure that
Yeah.
the Jenners had another.
We need a chart.
Yes, we need those guys with the whiteboard that do the. You know
Who's
what
my
I'm talking about?
Okay,
Yeah.
wait, let's see.
Who's
So,
my cousin's
let's
mom?
see. For Christmas 2019, Elvis's girlfriend Linda Thompson gifted her son Brody Jenner
That's it.
a
Elvis's girl.
TCB.
Linda
Okay.
Thompson is Elvis's last girlfriend.
Okay.
That's right.
Okay.
Yes.
That's right.
But
Yeah.
who are the Jenners, the boy Jenners, mom? It can't be Kris.
Linda Thompson, I think.
One of them is Chris's, and that's why I said that's the decent one, because there's one that's mothered by Kris and Caitlyn.
It's the Kylie and Kendall.
There's a boy too that's in
There's
that
a
lineage.
boy?
Yeah, and he's quiet, and that's why I said he's the only decent one.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is
I
Okay.
think, please, listener, fact check me if I'm wrong, but I believe I'm right. I believe there's
Okay.
a quiet boy.
a
I
quiet
might be
There's
making
a
this
Rob.
up.
A quiet
There's for
Jenner.
sure a Rob. I don't know if he's quiet. I think they asked him not to speak, maybe. I don't know if he's quiet, though.
Maybe he's just not on camera.
But yeah, that's right. That
Yeah.
woman, after the Priscilla incident, that woman started dating Elvis. And while that woman was dating Elvis, they were watching Caitlyn, who was then Bruce, competing in the Olympics.
Mhm.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah.
Whoa, okay.
Yeah.
I see. Okay.
That's
Linda,
what it is. Okay.
Linda Thompson is Brody's mom, just so you know.
Linda Thompson is Bruce's mom. Okay, then.
Also Caitlyn, but,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
I don't know how
Okay, so
they,
that's the
you
oldest
know.
son
Yeah.
from there.
Yes.
And then Rob.
I guess Rob is.
Is Rob Chris's? That's what we need to
Rob
know.
is Chris's.
Thank
for
you.
sure.
So there is a boy in the lineage. So it's
Yes.
Rob, all of the K's. That's
Yeah.
all.
Yes, yeah, that's what I'm saying. They asked him to stop. They asked him to be quiet. They're like,
All right,
okay,
we're
R,
gonna put a
have
flow
a seat.
chart on the Instagram so we can figure this out.
I got nothing. All right, so Brody and his mom, I guess. Maybe not anybody else, but Brody and his mom at least have
Okay.
it.
Wow, I can't
Yeah.
believe we did all of that and we finally decoded Brody Jenner's Elvis tattoo.
His Elvis tattoo.
Well,
That's where it came from.
I
You know what? That's what the show's about.
Yeah.
So,
that's what y'all tune in for.
Yeah.
should we do a lady problem?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just finding it
Hell yeah.
now.
If you have lady problems, you can send them to us at ladytoladycomedy@gmail.com or give us a call at 323-6-BUT-30.
That's right. Oop, let me start over.
Hey, ladies. Another wedding-related question / family-related question. My future father-in-law is testing my patience. He wants to add someone to the guest list who neither me nor my fiance have met. And we've already told him no, or it needs to wait until we get RSVPs back, etc. And he just keeps bringing it up. And I worry I might explode at him. I worry that he's going to ruin our wedding with his narcissistic tendencies. Any advice you have would be insightful and more than welcome. Yeah. How do you keep your future father-in-law from ruining your wedding, or how do I not worry about it and just be and wait and see? Thank you for listening. Love y'all. Take care. Bye.
That's a great question.
Mm-hmm.
Just know that everybody else in the world that's gotten married has had the same problem.
Yeah.
And it's not always the father-in-law or whatever.
No.
There's always somebody.
Yeah.
And I don't know exactly. I mean, it sounds like you've done everything you can. For my money, I would think if it's my family, the person's coming whether you want them to or not. Like, your father-in-law has already invited them to whatever, like, for the sake of your own sanity. You can say no or whatever, but, like, he's going to keep asking until it's a thing. And if it's, like, someone you really don't want there, I think you have to make it explicit and, like, I don't know, get the person's information and tell them they're not invited. If that is, like, really how hard you want to go at it. If not, it's, like, it's your day. You're probably not going to talk to this person. I don't think they're going to make a huge impact.
Yeah, they don't have the power to, like, ruin your...
No.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, my family shows up to stuff they're not invited to all the time. So for me, it's easy to say, like, yeah, they're going to be there. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. But if, you know, I don't know how many people your wedding is. I don't know to what extent, where you expect them to sit and all of that. If they're, like, trying to sit at a family table and it's, you know, that's close to your table, or how... I don't know exactly the details and stuff. You can also always say they're welcome to come to the ceremony and not the reception.
Mm-hmm.
The reception is for people we know or whatever. I don't know.
That's a nice
Thoughts?
compliment.
Yeah.
I would say, let's Google this person. Let's find out that net worth.
Yeah.
What kind
they
of
might bring a nice
present
gift.
or check are we talking about?
Yeah,
we
hopefully
go.
they bring a gift.
Never say no without a number, is all I'm saying.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, if it is a big wedding at all, I mean, honestly, the day's going to go so quickly, and you're going to be, like, scrambling to spend even time with, like, the people that you're really stoked to be there. So, yeah. I don't think this person's going to be on your radar at all.
People will cancel last minute too, and there will be spots.
true.
I mean, it
Yeah.
is just a clusterfuck of all of that kind of stuff happening constantly. I feel like a couple weeks leading up to. So
Yeah.
to me, I'm like, save yourself the headache and just be like, fine, invite your friend. This is the last person you get to bring, and just FYI, like, we're not making any more adjustments or arrangements. Stop asking or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's that line of, like, standing up for yourself / learning to let go a little bit of some of the control, because, like, you just aren't. I mean, you should have control of your guest list, and I'm fucking pissed. That
Of course.
Yeah.
Yes.
No,
Of course.
it sucks. Yeah.
But maybe at some point it is just like, all right, like, whatever. This guy's not going to ruin. You're barely going to notice this person, I'm sure. You know.
Yeah.
And you know, Photoshop them out of the pictures if you need to.
Yeah.
Sure. Also, I don't know, like, who's paying for the wedding, but that's another thing you could say.
Yeah.
Is like, if you are truly doing it on your own dime, you could literally be like, hey, I'm paying for this, and I can't afford it or whatever. I can't have your...
I mean, I do think in this, it's like in this position, your partner should be the one relaying this
Oh
information.
yeah, get
Of
used
course.
to part B. If
Of
you're married,
course.
if you're in a straight marriage, everyone's going to come to you with the bullshit
Right.
Yeah.
from both sides of the family. It is so crazy how much more people in a straight wedding come to the woman.
Yeah.
It's fucking insane.
Of course. It's like, yeah, they assume that you're just
Yeah.
the key holder for everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is your father-in-law? Is this his secret boyfriend? And is this like?
I would love that.
I would. Yeah. What if?
intrigue at the wedding.
I
Just
am
a
so
little
curious
intrigue.
about that. Like, I'm just trying to imagine a position I'd be in where, unless I was like, it was someone I was dating who they hadn't met or something. That's the only. But I can't
Yeah.
imagine being like, my friend has to come.
Yeah, but maybe this is like their only kid, and like this might be one of the only life events where they're gonna like.
Yeah,
and maybe
who
the
knows?
maybe
We
the
don't know all the
in-laws are paying
factors.
for a big part of the wedding.
If they are paying for a large part of the wedding, you have to let them invite people. That's like part of I mean, and it's hard because I don't know your in-laws obviously, and like that's a fraught relationship to begin with because everybody's raised differently and like everybody has their own family structure or whatever. But I just think like to some extent as a bride, don't you want to be like open and welcoming? And not that you have to let people you don't want to come or whatever, but I think at some point it's like, hey, like these people want to celebrate you. They want to like give you things. He wouldn't be asking. If this person's an addict or like an abuser in any way, like disregard all of this. But he wouldn't be asking to bring somebody to like make your day worse or somebody that he doesn't enjoy being around or have a reason for having there. If this person is like truly doing this to fuck with you or something, yeah, tell them not to. Like tell them that that's not okay. But I think at the end of the day, it's like they're trying to help. They want to be there for you. They want to celebrate you. And sometimes that's hard to... It's embarrassing. That's the thing no one ever tells you about getting married is like, it's super embarrassing to have to get up in front of everyone you know and be like, I love this person. And like, it is hard. And so it's like, you want people you trust around you and it's, you know, it's scary and you're afraid the person's going to say something weird or not show up or your high school friends are going to say something weird to your college friends. It's all the people you know together in a room. It's horrible. So like... And beautiful and wonderful in all the ways, but there's all this anxiety that leads up to it that nobody talks about. And it's like, if this person is something that's like contributing to that because you know that, you know, they run a business that's like pro-Trump or you know, you don't like their politics or there's something that they do at parties that's gross, they're a drunk, like any of that kind of stuff, sure, bring that up to the person. But otherwise, it's like, he wouldn't be invited someone that like, he hates to like ruin the time, right?
He might also like occupy him. If
thinking that too.
If he's a narcissist and like you like are, it sounds like you're like over a lot of the relationship. You need a cool down period or whatever anyway with this guy. So like maybe it's like he just has his little friend and they leave you the fuck alone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's ideal.
Yeah.
He's got his toy.
Yeah.
And especially if it's like a business person or whatever. It's like that person's gonna bring. If they do work together, like they're going to bring you a nice gift. They're going to behave correctly. You know, all that kind of stuff. I don't know.
It might be worth like being like, hey, you can have this person here. You are pushing against my boundaries. And like, it's actually been very disrespectful how you've been asking. He might not hear that because boomer dad, but like also... then you at least feel heard by it.
Doesn't a lot of this, I'm sorry, but it is like her fucking fiance's job to talk to his own
yeah.
dad.
Yeah. No, yeah, for sure.
That's the real thing.
That's a lot of it.
Come on.
Yes.
I think that's a conversation to have with your fiance too, because people are going to naturally be defaulting to you on this shit regardless. And like, you know, be like really transparent with him about like how his dad's behavior is stressing you out. And like maybe you need to tell your dad, like, we're cool with this, but this is your last one. Well, I don't, it's like, come on, man.
Or hey, can you give me a reason why this person needs to be here, that person that we've never met? Like that, if that is something that'll help them be like, oh, okay, like, well, actually, maybe that will help you understand where they're coming from or something. But I don't think you can just be like, all right, let Frank do his thing. Like, you have to have a conversation. Your fiance probably should be the one to do it. But, like, figure it out so that you don't go into the day being like, when fucking so-and-so shows up, I'm going to be in a bad mood.
For sure. Yeah, you've got to get yourself in a good place before that. And like whatever that takes, because you're putting this is a really important day for you. You're putting a lot of emotional and creative and like money into this. Yeah, anything that's going to totally fuck up your day, fuck that. But I do think, if your wedding is big at all, you probably aren't going to notice this person.
I also think if there's a man that's brought something up 3 times, he's already invited the guy. Like that's like truly what I believe.
Yeah.
It's like the guy's already got the invitation. He might have given him his own invitation, like from his mailbox. So like just sometimes you just have to be like, yeah. And then keep that in mind going forward on Thanksgivings and stuff. Like what kind of, shady stuff people like that do or whatever.
Yeah, you've got a man with a plan.
Yeah.
In your midst.
Yeah, absolutely. Maybe it's like telling your fiance, like, because he might not be aware of how much people are coming to you too, I would imagine.
Yeah.
To be like, hey, this is happening. It's going to happen more leading up to the wedding. Like, I need you to run interference on these things.
Yeah.
And proactively, like, go tell them you are who they talk to, not me. Like, maybe that it would be helpful too. And then he can ask you questions, but like, if he can just be like, get in the way there and just block it out.
If you're marrying a man too, I think one thing I did before my wedding, which I think is very helpful, was shame my husband on stage about how little he did to help. And I think you could do that. I think also you could be like, you don't have to do it on stage if like your husband's not also a performer or whatever. But you could
Go to karaoke.
You could be like, hey, by the way, what are you doing wedding stuff this week? What do you have on your to-do list? And if he's like, just, getting my suit checked or whatever, you could be like, all right, well, here's a list of things I need to get done. Could you check off these 3? And one of them's like, talk to your dad, and make sure that you've picked out your cookies or whatever things you want, Give him like 2 softballs and then they're like, here, you didn't do much this week. Also, talk to your dad about Uncle Jim or whatever.
Yeah. No, I like that.
That's really good advice. Yeah. The 2 softballs and a curveball. Brilliant.
I mean, you have to show him like a big list too. Be like,
Yeah.
look at all this stuff I have to do. Like, could you do these last 3?
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
But
get
include
it
on
through.
there like picking out the sanitation company. Take a
Right,
couple off your plate that you're
right.
not
Yeah.
interested
Porta
in.
potties.
Porta potties. That's
Get
something
that done.
that's a fun
Yeah,
one.
the backstage. He's in charge.
Yeah,
Just in the,
Yeah.
the sanitation company. I didn't
No,
think
that's a
about that.
day you have to have. And then the other thing is like I would like synthesize all this shit. Like I got quotes from 4 different outhouse companies, and he'd be like, "Oh, it's so expensive to have a wedding." I'm like, "I know, yeah, that is true." However,
You
it's
should
also
see what I
very
spent on shoes.
Labor intensive.
yeah. Imagine if I was being paid for this. too.
Yeah, I got barefoot because I forgot to buy shoes. I
Yeah.
got married barefoot.
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah.
That's good. That's great.
Like
though.
a week before my wedding, I was like, I never did find shoes. And then I like panicked and tried to buy a couple online that didn't work. And then my sister was like, you don't even like wearing shoes. Just get married barefoot. And I was like,
Yeah.
That's a beautiful
Yeah, that's
thing
perfect.
anyway.
Yeah.
was
That's
nice.
great. I like that. Be grounded.
yeah.
That's
Cool.
nice.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Good luck, you.
Sorry I didn't give you the advice of like, fuck your father-in-law. Da, da, da. You're going to have to live with these people for a long
It's hard. I
time.
mean,
Yeah.
God, narcissists are just so hard.
He's
too.
gonna
It's
bring
like
it up for the
anything
rest
we
of your
say-
life.
Yeah.
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 Rest of his life, I should
Anything
say.
we say, it's like so. What do you? It's like
Yeah.
a brick wall.
Yeah.
Oh, he's
I
going to
mean,
give a speech too, isn't he?
if,
Maybe.
if they want
Probably.
him to.
If they want him
maybe.
to.
Maybe not.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Isn't that father-in-law usually? I
What
don't
are
know.
the rules of speeches? I don't
I
really
think
know.
it's at the couple's discretion.
Yeah.
I think what did we do? Like, I forget it. I think we just had one of each of our parents give one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think it's whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
I asked people if they want to talk.
That's
I don't
good.
know. Actually, I didn't ask everybody. That's funny. I didn't. I asked a few people if they would like to talk. And then that's, you go from there.
But again, yeah, when you're dealing with this kind of guy, it's like
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the thing with narcissists, I think, is like you just have to always think about being boring with them because you don't want to give them like anything to work off of.
is
Yeah.
that the gray rock
It's
thing?
the
or
gray rock
whatever?
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
So don't.
Mhm.
The less you give him, the less this fungus will feed. So
Yeah.
Well, good luck. It'll be amazing. I think, like, again, yeah, just try to understand that you can't control every little aspect of it and just enjoy,
Mm-hmm.
try to be in the moment.
Yeah.
As much as you can.
The wedding photographer told me right in the morning. I was like all irritated because my fucking people that were supposed to get ice didn't get ice, and you have your little things that you've asked day of, and you have makeup on and all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And the photographer got there early, and I was like, dude, I'm so overwhelmed or whatever. But he was like, hey, you're just gonna have to smile the whole day. He's like, I don't want to take pictures of you where you're like not smiling, so you're just gonna need to continue smiling the entire day. And I was like, fuck this guy, but also he's right, and I will do it. Even though right now is not the time to like tell a woman to smile while I'm like, I don't have ice. I need my guys don't know how to tie their bow ties and whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, I was just like, well, I don't want angry like bride photos, so just remember that kind of stuff. Like, and then once you start smiling, you're gonna have fun, and it's
Exactly.
It'll
I
be
love
good.
that. Fake it till you make it.
yeah.
Yeah.
And again, if you go on Photoshop requests Reddit, lots of people will remove people for very cheap from any photos that you
love
need. So
that.
just a heads up.
Yeah, absolutely.
That
Any
would-
adjustments you might be needing.
is good to know.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that. I got a Backstreet Boys photo for that
What?
Oh, for the
No.
celeb.
Oh,
the Army
yeah.
Hammer.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah.
Army
let's
Hammer.
remove
Army
Hammer.
Hammer's the best part of the pig, man. I think it's probably
I
still.
don't even think I would know what he looks like either. So I would,
It's probably
No.
still on my Instagram somewhere. You guys can all cancel
Oh my
me.
God,
It would
yeah.
help my career so much.
I know.
yes.
It'd be nice.
Cancel Lisa.
Controversial comedian Lisa Chanoux.
Has one photo with Army Hammer where she was paid to be there.
At least Army Hammer's not coming to your wedding, so you know.
That's
Yeah,
true.
unless
would
that
be
is the
distracting.
dad's friend.
What
That'd
if
be
it
Ooh.
was?
Yeah, what if? Woof.
Tag him
Hey,
in the comments. See if he'll come. Just kidding. Don't do that.
I just gotta make sure your friend's not Army Hammer, Dad, right? just gotta check. Who is this man?
Make sure.
Is he even canceled? I feel like would you guys be the least bit surprised to see an Army Hammer movie coming out?
Not really, but like I think he did get pretty.
I think it got pretty. I don't know. I saw him
But yes, no, I wouldn't
begging
be
for
surprised.
money on the internet. So
Did
I
you?
think-
Oh, really?
I'm not begging. He
But-
was. Yeah, I think he's.
Was he selling
think
something, or
he's-
was he asking for like a GoFundMe?
I think he was. I think he was cut out of his family's stuff.
Oh, that level.
I'm not sure, but it does seem like that. I don't know.
Damn. I mean, they
I'm
named
not
him
there.
I haven't
Army
been
Hammer and they
following.
cut him out. That-
Allegedly, this is all
What?
Allegedly,
Allegedly, I don't know who
allegedly.
his family is. Of the Army
Arm
Hammers?
and Hammer.
Arm and Hammer.
Yeah.
Army?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Unfortunately. That's real.
Oh yeah.
I didn't
Yeah.
realize that either. That's insane.
Oh. No,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
the stupidest shit. Rich people are stupid as fuck. Yeah, dude.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Here's
yeah.
my son Johnson and Johnson.
Yep.
What that would be like Joseph Johnson. What? It's such a weird army. Like
Johnson and yeah, it's like
Yeah.
No, it's
Johnny
like
and
Josa
Johnson.
Bank or whatever.
Yeah. Here's my son Brooks Brothers. Wait, and then he became an actor, and his name is Army Hammer, and he's a
Yeah.
cannibal.
Yeah.
His dad is Armand Hammer, I'm pretty sure.
Armand. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
Man. Hey, listeners, look, you just heard a Discovery Live on the podcast.
Yeah. And he eats people. He also cooks really delicious food. I wish I had known at the time. I wouldn't have eaten it, but I was like, this is really good. And then I'm like, did I eat a human?
Fuck.
But if
What
so,
was it allegedly? Do you
it was
remember?
steak. I mean, it was meat.
I don't
I-
think human would cook up the same way, so I
I
think it
don't
was probably
either,
actually beef.
and I
Yeah,
also
yeah,
don't
yeah,
think you'd
yeah.
serve that to a Backstreet
no,
Girl
I feel like
No,
that'd be
no,
hard
no.
to pull off. I
No,
think.
no,
It'd be hard to pull off.
Yeah.
at a party. It would be weird.
Yeah, yeah.
I hope. I hope.
Well, those parties. There's an after party.
Yeah, yeah. It ended very early. I wasn't there very long at all.
Oh my God. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with us. You're
Thank
the
you for
best.
having me. This is so much
Yeah.
fun.
Let everybody know where they can follow you online and see you live and all that.
Oh, yeah. I'm mostly in the LA area for the summer months of June and July. You can find me online at Lisa Chanoux on TikTok or Instagram. I have a set streaming on Veeps for the next 6 months. If you'd like to check that out, the link is in my Linktree bio, which you can find on any social media platform.
Hell
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah. Follow Lisa, everybody. She's the best. And we'll see you next time, y'all.
Bye bye.
Bye.